So this is the speaker, just arrived here and waiting to.
This is serious concern why the speaker is driving at Blessing Pay this morning.
The traffic. So the speaker just arrived here at the ground of the Capitol building to preside our session. The speaker used another route to go. So folks, we're on the ground of the Capitol building this morning. Not this day, we have not seen any protester yet, but Speaker Kofa just arrived. Speaker Kofa just arrived here at the ground of the Capitol building. And we are here to see the majority block here. The time check in Liberia is 9:15, 15 minutes past 9 o'clock. And the ground of the Capitol building still looks peaceful. No protesters yet on the ground of the Capitol building. We also gathering information that the protesters are gathering information that the protesters are trying to regather. The protesters are reached Gary Johnson, went to Kamosai. We got information that they might be here at the Capitol building by 10 o'clock to start their protest. But Federal Patrick and Moses Akarakwe are not here yet. This is the ground. Every corner of the Capitol building looked very peaceful this morning. Every corner of the Capitol building looked very peaceful this morning.
Yeah, so let me start with the deployment or the presence of police officers is a normal thing. When there are situations like this, obviously the police, they're there to ensure that law and orders are protected, are here too, so you will see them around. The only thing they may not do is to directly interfere into the legislative proceeding, and so that is enough. As it relates to the protest, you may not tell no one else because this is a political situation. The protesters might have their own technique as to how to come in the street. We are still looking up to that, but it was announced, it was publicized on major radio stations and major online platforms, so Liberians around the world thought that you could see protesters at the areas that they designated say this morning, but I have not seen that when I was coming to work. I did not see any of them in the street. Maybe they had their own way. But to the core issue, why we here, why we came where we are, the removal of speaker or the politics of the day to call for the resignation or removal of speaker is happening in Liberia. 2 times I witnessed it. 1 time as a reporter assigned at the Capitol building, I covered the Ellis Tyler's saga from start to end. And I know that those are just a kind of normal legislative politics that happens here in Liberia. Once your colleagues will sometimes have personal issues with you, right? And then they will get up against you and they just find issues to raise a resolution against you. The difficult thing is to slip up the majority, like it is in this case of Speaker Cooper. You have 43 men and women against you. They have vowed they want to sit under your gavel, so it's difficult. We are looking up to that. Today is another session day. Today is Tuesday. Making it, I think, the 4th session day since the entire thing started. So we need to see what happens. The deputy speaker joined in last Thursday, so we need to see whether he's going to continue presiding over the majority of bloc. If he does, and of course, we do not know what the agenda items will be today, whether or not there will be other instruments from either the executive or the Senate or whether members of the executive, the heads of agency, or will come to their call because few of them were invited last session day. So those are things we're also looking up to. And the other thing is, the chief clerk of the House of Representatives were also ready to appear to the majority of bloc. She acknowledged the receipt of the letter. She wrote then that she was not well, she was ill. We are looking up to see what.
How long now? How long now?
I mean, 1 week. I mean, not 1 week. Yes, a few days. That was last Thursday. So it's we wait yes, but she wrote then that she was ill. So we look up to whether she could appear there today. But the intriguing thing is that all of the clerical staff that sit under the chief clerk to take records of the legislature have all joined the majority of blacks. So there we are.
Very quickly before we take leave of you, with this entire situation happening, what does it mean for our democracy?
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, this is the legislature, and it is the political theater. That is how they refer to it. People who are in this building, they were elected as legislators to do politics. That is their work. So, in my opinion, it's a normal thing. The lawmakers will decide to remove whoever they want to remove, as specified in their law, in their rules and the Constitution of Liberia. The only thing is the question of due process, right? The question of due process. But then, let us not forget that this is both legal and political. Now, here at the legislature, my experience is that the political act or the political action will always take precedent or preeminent over the legal process. Why am I saying that? The reason is that those who are in the action, those who are the players, are all politicians. Okay, you and myself do not have that right to come there and vote. Even the president doesn't have that right to come there and vote. The vice president doesn't have that right to come there and vote, or to come and demand that someone sits under the speaker's gavel or someone removes the speaker, right? It is those who are within the house, within the legislature. So they know the politics. So that is a difficult thing about it. So if you ask me the question, what does it mean for our democracy? It's a normal thing. The only thing is, as the law prescribes, it should be done that way. But again, how can they be when the actors are fighting for political gain? Because what is happening is strictly political. You can tell me that.
So you following the Eddie Stoddard removal and now to Speaker Kofat, his impeachment. What different the guys from Talot did that the majority bloc now is not doing, and what do you how do you see the entire proceeding from the Talot and the Kofat bloc?
Yes, so that's an excellent question. So the difference I'm seeing here with the situation with the current speaker for the Kofat is that we're not seeing the executive involvement. I can see as a journalist, we saw the Talos Saka the executive was clear. That's one. Two, we saw the Tyler saga started on the floor of the legislature. There was one session there on a Tuesday when a motion was raised by the then Mike Ibby candidate, District Number 5 Representative Emmanuel Nukwe. When Emmanuel Nukwe raised a motion that Tyler was conflicted, there was issue of indictment, subject of indictment, he recused himself. That was how the fight started. From there, they began to raise members on their side. Gradually, they had to raise their numbers to 40 and so on. Until they raised a resolution, and that resolution was then read in the majority black session. That is the difference. So this one, we did not see, the process started on the floor of the legislature as it should be. But we saw it started, it was kind of confrontation where the chambers was loud. They had to go, in the joint chamber, and then they have to start right now.
So quick follow-up.
That's why I can say this one, except the executive is playing on the ground, but we're not seeing that. Nobody can point it out.
So quick follow-up. Do you think the guys, the majority bloc are in error from the start of this entire saga?
He said.
Do you think that the majority bloc is in error from the entire saga?
No, I can't say
from
so.
The start.
I can't say so. What I can tell you is that the action is political. So in political maneuvering, everything is not straight. That's what I can say. I cannot say what I think is fly or not. I can say so, but this is political. And in political maneuvering, you move anyway. Once your political ideology can succeed, you won. That's what I can say.
Thank you.
Prince, thank you so much.
That was the voice of Prince. He is one of the legislative reporters, giving us his view on the two different sagas. He's been here since 2011 as an assigned reporter here at the ground of the Capitol building. He had more knowledge on these proceedings. He listened to him. He was giving his own experience with the Tyler and now the Speaker Kofat situation. But we are here this morning, and we're going to bring you every update from this from the Capitol building. What we can say is the ground of the Capitol building remains peaceful, calm, and secure, but we cannot confirm the arrival of some lawmakers yet. All we can say is Speaker Kofa is here. Representative Ellis Noan is also here. We saw his official vehicle coming in, but we cannot confirm the arrival of the majority bloc. The majority bloc is not here yet. We don't know whether they will come, and we don't know if when they arrive they will adhere to what the Supreme Court ruled. The Supreme Court, the judge in the Supreme Court gave them his clear view that the Speaker should be given due process, whereas the judge asked them to appear in session. When they appear in session, they can raise their consent to the Speaker, and then after raising their consent to the Speaker, they must give him a due process to give his own explanation as to why these things happen. But we're going to keep you updated on everything you need to know about what's going to happen here today at the ground of the Capitol building. The name is Samson Monsieur, and this is a closing argument. The next time you see your own live camera is another update. We'll be bringing you. Okay, Representative Smoke Collie. This is the official vehicle of District Number 3 Representative Smoke Collie. He just arrived here. Small mobile, sorry. He just arrived here at the Capitol building too. So today's going to be a very dramatic day. We get the information that the protesters have started gathering. They are gathering from Ken Johnson Road, where they will march quickly to the ground of the Capitol building to proceed with their protest. It was nice having you here. Thank you for following us.